Because peace cannot reign in an atmosphere reeking with poverty and hunger, we must explore and strengthen the means of feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, and enlightening the illiterate. Words of His Imperial Majesty, Emperor Haile Selassie I. The Shashamane Foundation gives thanks to the Most High for His continued blessings over the works of our hands, allowing us the privilege of successfully serving the Jamaica Rastafarian Development Community School, the JRDC Education Project in Shashamane, Ethiopia, for 25 years. We're thankful to all who have prayed and assisted us over these many years. With these few but persistent contributors of humble bearing, including families, friends, and well-wishers, this project has been blessed by the mercy of the Most High to survive and grow to serve over 450 children each year and retain 32 members of staff, and building and maintaining an 11 elementary facility and a kindergarten, 4-classroom facility, and a lunchroom. I am almost most grateful to our Shashamane Board of Directors, whose voluntary sacrificial efforts over these many years have contributed to the success of these endeavors. The accomplishments listed have been made without the involvement of any government or major corporation grants. Prior to 2025, a sustainability project was launched for the school. We began putting in place an economic engine which, when fully in place and operating, will generate income to the JRDC school project, gradually enable it to sustain and maintain this operation even when external assistance declines or ceases. Our 25th Fundraising Gala, which was our Silver Jubilee event, was held on August 3rd, 2025. This, we are thankful, was a major success. The funding raised $6,500, which was dispatched to the JRDC, providing the catalyst for completing the third phase of this project. By the end of December, we had received and dispatched a total of $9,652 on this project, which is now 80% completed. We have succeeded in putting in place 75 meters of a concrete walled fence, 3 meters high, with a new main gate on one side of the school's perimeter. This accomplishment, apart from enhancing the security of the children and staff and facility, strategically included the building of 8 shops on the exterior of this walled fence, each size 4 by 4 meters. We give thanks to all whose prayers and contributions have made all this happen in 2025. With assistance of Mr. Thailand Hunter from the USA, the construction of a new guardhouse for the facility has commenced. We're hoping that by the end of March 2026, we will be able to complete this. In 2025, the JRDC School provided the venue that facilitated the annual to School Supplies Charity Program for the Shashamane children. This is an annual event conceived and executed by Sister Joan Douglas under the banner of the Trinity Sisters. This year, these sisters, along with other repatriated community residents, secured funding from goodwill donors, purchased and distributed over 2,500 packages of back-to-school supplies to parents in Shashamane and also to JRDC school children. The JRDC project has been faced with persistent challenges of adjusting salaries of staff to meet the spiraling 30% inflation rate in the Ethiopian national economy. This is an issue impacting the cost of living of all Ethiopians. This affects the competition in the job market to maintain and recruit professional teachers. However, with contributions we secured on the Giving Tuesday international platform on December 2nd, 2025, our foundation was able to secure funds, enabling us to award the first of 2 parts of a bonus cost of living adjustment to the JRDC staff. For this considerable act, the JRDC staff were most appreciative and sent thanks to all who donated. We're also thankful to all who made personal visits to the JRDC school to witness these developments and who pledged and gave their support. Notably, we give thanks to Rastafarian through his organization, the Rastafarian International Marcus Garvey Cultural Center, who donated 49,000 Ethiopian birr to the purchase of 6 computers, including accessories. We also give thanks to Ras Jalada, the BR of Edema, for facilitating this gift by delivering the funds to the JRDC that purchased these computers and who overseed its implementation. The Shashamane Foundation appreciates the efforts of Great Ambassador and Chairman of the JRDC Board, Brother Sidney Salmon and his Imperial Majesty Band, for using the opportunity of the release of their new album, Al-Jumeda, to promote awareness and garner support for the JRDC school. Ethiopia's notable astrophysicist, Dr. Getinen Velike and Kibret Atisbats of the Ethiopian Space Museum Society, along with Ethiopia's famous cultural ambassador, Gash Abera Mola, who attended the launch of this album in Shashamane, also visited the JRDC school and pledged their support to the school's project. Many other visitors came and expressed happiness for the progress they saw and pledged to secure assistance to the JRDC school project. These included Sister Dinah from London, Sheba Shakiri, along with her husband, Brother Benjamin. We also had a visit from Canada of Sister Zabisha Victoria Williams, another child educator and social worker, and who also contributed to the JRDC school financially. We also had a visit from Sister Anne-Marie Hibbert, an educator from the school in Addis Ababa, and her daughter, Sister Kadish Johnson, neuropathic practitioner from Jamaica, who also paid a visit and pledged their support. In the midst of all these activities in 2025, the JRDC kindergarten graduate class of July 2025 was successfully carried out. We now move forward expeditiously in 2026, committed and undistracted from our sustainability goal of completing these shops earlier than later in this year. We give thanks to Sister Aidama and the Rastafarian community of artists in New York for their persistent support and plans to contribute their talents once again to fulfilling the vision of the Honorable Marcus Mosiah Garvey in building community institutions in Africa. These brethren and sisters in New York have not wavered from their commitment to continue the works of their Imperial Majesties to strengthen the means of feeding the hungry, clothing the naked, and enlightening the illiterate. Thanks to all for your continued prayers and contributions. The blessings of the Most High Exia Bir be upon us all and we trust that He will continue to crown our efforts with success. For this, we give thanks. We of the Shashamane Foundation give thanks for the foundational contributions of the founder of the 12 Tribes of Israel, Dr. Vernon Carrington, known as Prophet Gab, from Kingston 12, Jamaica, and our first Dinah, Sister Valoris Goodman, and their daughter, Kashai. He also set up the Ethiopian World Federation Charter 15 in 1968 and initiated and encouraged the JRDC community organization in Shashamane, Ethiopia in 1986. The Shashamane Foundation salutes this great patriarch who taught, organized, and repatriated so many Rastafari brothers to hold onto the land granted in Shashamane by His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie I on behalf of the Ethiopian government and people, to the black people of the West Diaspora. This land was gifted for their contribution to the liberation of Ethiopia from the fascist Italian occupation in 1941. On the shoulders of these and other patriarchs in the Rastafarian Pan-African movement, we stand and build community institutions in Mother Africa. We must recall the quote from Ecclesiastes chapter 9, verse 50, which says, "Now there was found in a city a poor wise man, and he by his wisdom delivered the city. Yet no one remembered that same poor man." Give thanks.